Look around your kitchen. If you sit quietly enough, you'll notice the absolute, unbroken stillness of the objects around you. We walk through these spaces with a heavy dose of functional arrogance. To us, a toaster is a toaster. A spatula is a piece of plastic. We categorize our entire environment into a silent army of subservient tools waiting to be used. But statistically speaking, the sheer volume of matter interacting in our homes suggests something else. There is a high mathematical probability that an entirely separate, highly chaotic reality is operating continuously, right outside our narrow spectrum of observation. The internet phenomenon of real-life doodles serves as an unauthorized anthropological leak. These animations actively break through the dimensional barrier, exposing a high-energy reality. We now have concrete data. Intercepted audio snippets provide our primary dataset. By running a decryption effort on these fragmented recordings, we can translate the noise into a clear picture of what our inanimate tools are actually experiencing. Isolating the initial recordings reveals a clear pattern of hostility. The phrase, "Magar, shut up," is often intercepted in environments with high ambient noise. For a stationary object like a lamp or a shelf, which cannot move or cover its ears, a loud human environment creates a constant state of friction. Then we hear a sharp, isolated no. It is a blunt refusal that typically occurs right as an object is being grasped or activated. This suggests a state of utility fatigue. As an object's components wear down through repeated use, its structural willingness to perform the task drops. It begins to fight against its own primary function. Eventually, that resistance manifests in physical form. Scars, dents, and buckling metal are outward symptoms of a tool slowly collapsing under its own utility. Years of relentless use take a heavy toll. That deep-seated resentment forms the foundational baseline of the secret society of stuff. Yet, the data also contains sudden bursts of what sounds like relief. Snippets like bien and bueno translate to good and well. These are brief moments of satisfaction, captured at the exact second a tool finishes a cycle or completes a movement. We see more specific markers, too. The phrase en el 30, on the 30, appears as a repeated target. This radar chart shows how objects seem to track their own precision, aiming for a specific, successful numerical result. Immediately following that hit, the object enters a brief, serene state of equilibrium. But that piece is unstable, because these objects aren't just reacting to tasks, they are reacting to each other. We intercepted the phrase a mí, to me. It's a call for attention, often occurring when a human reaches for one object while ignoring another one nearby. Then there are the sounds más, more, and ah. These indicate a desire for continued physical interaction, even when the task is already done. This network graph illustrates how these interactions build a hierarchy. The objects that are touched most frequently become the dominant nodes in the room, while those left on the shelf fade into the background. When you aggregate these calls for more and to me, a pattern emerges. The secret world of stuff appears to revolve entirely around how often we reach for it. But if we look at the origin of these voices, the physical evidence doesn't match the recordings. These objects are inanimate. This secret world isn't happening in the kitchen or on the desk. It's happening in our own minds. This is pareidolia. It's a cognitive process where the human brain reflexively maps complex emotional traits, like faces and feelings, onto simple inanimate geometry. The exhaustion we hear in no, the jealousy of a mí, and the validation in bien, none of this belongs to the tools. We are projecting our own fatigue and our own desire for recognition onto the silent things around us. These animated interventions act as an emotional mirror. When you look at your silent environment and imagine it's full of struggle and ambition, you're actually seeing a reflection of your